really tight parking lot.
Oh my God, awful.
And, you know, I've never worked valet in my life. I don't know how a lot of cars work. I'm not really a car parker guy. And, you know, sometimes some shit goes wrong in there. And there's been a lot of moments. One of the door guys hit... there's a comedian who drives like an $800,000 Rolls Royce. He scraped it. There's like
Tim
a lot
Dillon?
of... Yeah.
Oh.
There's
Was
a lot
he
of
mad?
moments. No, he was actually super nice about it.
What was it? Whose cars was it?
Tim Dillon.
Tim
He
Dillon.
drives a Rolls Royce?
Yeah.
Is that where we're at?
Yeah. Hey, he's very successful podcast.
I know he's successful. I just didn't know like that level.
Recently, the other day in the lot, it's super slammed. I'm like parking all these cars. There's like areas in the lot where you have to go to like park whatever. I'm like away from the lot parking a different car, and I come back. There's a car that has a huge dent in the bumper. Not huge, but like it's dented. It's visibly dented in the bumper. And they're like, oh, did you see this? And I'm like, what? I'm about to get killed by this comedian who's someone who I respect, and he's going to kill me. And I'm told that Bobby Lee is the one who came and smashed into the car and then drove away.
Whose car did he dent?
Rick Ingram.
Rick Ingram.
But the dilemma for Luke is that Bobby has taken him under his wing and
Yes.
has brought him onto our podcast, Tiger Belly. Bobby expects 100% loyalty
Oh,
to not
yes.
rat
Bobby.
him out.
Which I am loyal, and I would never do that. And I'm very honored to be on the Tiger Belly podcast, and I hope that it continues.
So how did you find out that it was Bobby? Somebody already saw
Someone
that.
just walked right up to me and was like, yeah, Bobby hit the car and left. And I was like, what? I was like, what the fuck do I do? And people were like, I don't know. And it was like a panic of what is the protocol here? I ended up doing something that they did not appreciate, which was buffing out the dent and like fixing the dent, which they did not like. It was very frowned upon to do that.
Oh, yeah. The Comedy Store didn't like it. The management.
No, the
Right.
Comedy Store didn't like it. Rick,
Wait.
whose car was hit, did not like
Why
it.
is that bad?
Insurance, you don't have a picture of it. Also, Rick comes out. Rick is told by another party, not me. They just go up to him and are like, yo, Bobby Lee just hit your car and left. And Rick is like, what the fuck? You guys just let him leave? What the hell? And then he's like, where's the dent? And it's like, don't worry, we fixed the dent. So he's like, what are you
And so
talking
now
about?
Bobby is like, did you or did you not rat me out?
Yes, he's pressing me, which I
Yeah.
did not do. So I'm not worried about that. I did
Yeah.
not rat
What's
him out. But
gonna happen?
honestly, I feel guilty kind of for Rick that I'm like not ratting out Bobby. But it all happened like when I wasn't there, like I wasn't present for that exact moment. So I think it spiraled out of control pretty quickly.
It feels like an Almost Famous kind of story.
Yeah, it kind of does.
Like
Yeah.
it's like the guy you respect and the guy who's helping you out does something wrong and you've got to cover for him.
Yes, exactly. And so it was so funny because like I'm dealing with this huge issue. I'm freaking out. I don't know, people are calling Bobby. The management finds out and they check the cameras and they literally just turn on the camera, and I haven't seen the footage, but I'm told they literally just watch Bobby's car drive and then he puts it in reverse, smashes in the car,
And it just keeps going.
drives away.
He alleges that he thought it was a dumpster that he hit.
Also, bumpers are made for that. They're called bumpers.
Yeah.
But hey, I agree with this. take,
Yes.
by the way.
Cars are meant
Yes.
to be beaten up.
Yeah.
That's their transportation. They don't need to look perfect.
I agree.
A little tap. So, for instance, like I don't know, back in the day, like 10 years ago, the way that was, if you came to a stop and you needed help, you would get pushed like from the back by another car. Like it's like wasn't like, oh, you're hitting me. It's like you're pushing the other car. Like,
Yeah.
but bumpers are literally made for this.
See, you're a good lawyer. You're in the suit too. We need to get you to
Bring
back Bobby.
Luke to the Comedy
Yes,
Store.
exactly.
My friend who, I don't know if this is true, I would ask Dave, but he lived in Boston, and he was like, we literally tap bumpers all day because parking in certain areas is such a situation. It's like, that's when like these are what bumpers are for. We go boom, 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 so we know spatially where we're at.
Yep.
So I'm like, yeah, like let's bring back shitty bumpers. Like, who cares?
Yeah, and
I think I'm on Bobby's side again.
I get it. I'm not going against his side, and I love the Tiger Belly podcast, and I'm honored to be a part of it. Not against him. I'm
What's
just
wrong with
laying
the
out-
Trash Tuesday
I'm just
podcast?
and I'm honored to be here as well. And if you hit somebody's car, I'll help you. Okay, which very well could happen.
I like Bobby's excuse, but he didn't want to go down the ideological. That's what bumpers are for. He didn't want to
Yeah,
go
I mean,
You don't even want to hear what Bobby says about all of this.
What?
His thing is, if you're a comic at a comedy store, you're making enough money. Like, deal with it.
He's the fucking richest one there. He
Yeah.
should buy everyone a car there then.
But his thing is just like, if someone is making over X amount, like, we're not gonna be discussing bumpers, buddy.
Right.
Is what his whole thing
I mean,
is.
I kind of agree. I do understand. Like, I don't think Rick, whose car got hit, was like, I need this money and how am I going to afford to fix this? I think he was mostly, his feelings were hurt that
Yeah, that's- I
no
can
one
see
really
that.
stood up for him.
Oh no.
No one really backed him up, his side. It was kind of just, I mean, honestly, for a lot of people, it was like funny that it was like, oh shit, your car just got hit. Like, you're fucked. And
What
for
kind
me,
of car
it was
does
a
he
nightmare.
have?
He has a 2013. Well, maybe I shouldn't say.
Yeah, so Luke, I really do feel for you. I think you were put in a really tough spot.
Yes, I was so stressed. I was freaking out. Like, I have no idea how to play it. People are upset. I'm not involved. I didn't do any of this, but obviously I'm working, so people are asking me all these questions, and I'm not answering. I'm a steel trap out. I never let that slide. But Bobby called me the next day. I was like, yo, like, what's up? And he's like, did you rat on me? And I just felt my whole career flash before my eyes. Like, no way, this is how I go down.
it's never good when Bobby calls you in the daytime.
No, it's
Like,
not.
That's so
The man doesn't
scary.
wake up before 4 p.m. So
No.
if you're getting a call before that, it's serious
was so
stuff.
What's happening in his life? Like, what is he does the comedy routes, and then does he party after that? What happens?
He doesn't
then?
party. He's like stone cold sober.
Okay.
He goes home and he plays Stardew Valley.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, which is like a simulation game of farming and fishing and building homes.
That's
None
a good
of
life.
these things he yeah, he has no interest in doing
Building
these things in
homes.
real life, but he knows what a sturgeon is. I'm like, how the fuck do you know? Because I'm a
that.
spearfisher person. I spearfish, and he knows all of these variety of fish, and I'm like, how the fuck do you know this? And it's from Stardew Valley. He knows the plants, he knows the kind of timber, the kind of. I'm like, apply this
like
to real
that.
life,
Yeah.
sir.
And do it in the day.
In the
Like, there's
in
all
the
these
day.
daytime activities.
That's what people. So I've heard a lot about people who are like sardine fasting, where it's a fast.
So Bobby's
You're
doing right
basically
now.
keto.
Sardine fasting.
Wait, are you
Yeah.
serious?
Okay,
You're
and this is like
basically keto.
my beef with all of this. It's just that, like, it's a personal thing. Like, when I was growing up, we had senorita sardines. There was canned sardines, tinned fish. And it was the poor man's food. I'm realizing now that a lot of these like trends that like the sardine fast and all of these like expensive, well marketed things it's just a repackaging of, unfortunately, what was considered the poor man's food.
Caroline literally.
So Khalyla Coon had on this little snitch on her podcast who just exposed that Bobby Lee smashed into another comedian's car and like did a hit and run and tried to get away with it. And first and foremost, I heard the one time that, Tim Dillon has a Rolls Royce from Annie Lederman. She said it's nice. I didn't know it was no $800,000. Damn. The pig rolling around in a ballin' ass Rolls Royce. And I guarantee you that's the actual price of it. Because you got a scratch on it at that comedy club, and it was probably screaming, someone's going to have to pay for that. But, I mean, Bobby Lee, I love Bobby, but quite odd behavior to be like, yeah, to smash into people's cars, and if they got money, it's completely okay. It reminds me of that Dave Chappelle skit, with Rick James, where he just went over to Eddie Murphy's house and started stomping on his couch with the muddy boots. And then the real Rick James, when they asked him, why'd you do it? He's like, then he could buy another one. It's like, damn. But apparently Bobby Lee is just smashing into cars. He tried to keep it secret, too. Didn't want anyone to find out. But, I mean, Khalyla on her god-awful podcast, I think her half a Hulk face is coming back. She got, how do you say it? Cerebral palsy from when she got pregnant. And then her face tightened up. But then it, went away. But I think it's starting to come back a little bit. I heard it's from stress or something. But, I mean, she's still doing this podcast with Esther. And it's one of those things to where the podcast doesn't really make money, but Bobby just lets them do it. it's like it goes to like the Christina and Tom thing, to where these two broke up, but they announced it together and continued to work together. And Bobby still funds Khalila's lifestyle and her new man and her new baby, and lets her do a podcast that makes no money whatsoever. It's kind of crazy, but like I've always said, I think Bobby does that because she knows the deep, dark seated secrets of Bobby Lee. And, maybe what really happened in Tijuana. Something tells me Khalyla knows all those secrets. And not that she's ever threatened him or anything, but he just probably knows, don't want her on my bad side. Because they weren't even married. He could have just cut her off and did nothing. But he still keeps her around and everything. But, I mean, I still can't believe Tim Dillon is driving an 800,000 Rolls Royce. I love watching his podcast, especially since he looked wrecked every time he did it. Like, he just binged all weekend. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.